she's so fine. Hell of a hell of a blows my mind. Hell of a lights my day.
What's good, guys? Unfortunately, there's another hotel incident. This is from about 2 weeks ago. 17-year-old girl killed in Boston hotel. Arrest made on gun charge. The article is from February the 5th, also updated on the 5th. A Hyde Park man has been arrested on gun charges in connection with the shooting death of a 17-year-old girl at the Hyatt Regency, the same hotel chain where Calicia Pinky Williams lost her life. In downtown Crossing, authorities announced late Friday. Messiah Leggett, 20, was apprehended at Spruce and Chestnut Streets after the shooting, but he has not been charged with the woman's death, says Sergeant Detective John Boyle, a Boston police spokesman. DA Rachel Rollins said in a statement Friday night that Leggett is being held on $100,000 bail on possession of a firearm charge. His bail in an unrelated gun charge out of West Roxbury has been revoked for 60 days, the DA added. The unidentified teen was pronounced dead at the scene just before midnight Thursday inside of 1 Avenue de Lafayette, the address of the Hyatt Regency, billed as a destination for, quote, exquisite accommodations near famous attractions, end quote, all in the heart of the city. Upon arrival, police found the teen suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. The call came in at 11:26 p.m. My office is working closely with Boston police detectives to learn exactly what transpired in that hotel, resulting in the loss of this juvenile's life. We will not rest until we know how this teenage girl was fatally wounded, Rollins said. This is an active death investigation, and my heart goes out to the family and loved ones of this victim. The DA added that Leggett was seen on video leaving the hotel with 2 companions and crossing Boston Common, and a gun was recovered nearby. Guests who spoke to the Herald were stunned by the news of the murder and said the hotel had not told them anything about it or told them to stay in their rooms after it happened. Quote, I was asleep and I didn't hear any gunfire, said a 40-year-old man from France who was checking out Friday and declined to give his name. I'm not from here, so I don't know if it happens a lot in the U.S. I'm surprised, end quote. It does happen a lot here in the U.S. A Boston police vehicle remained outside the hotel well into the morning. Hotel management declined comments, saying they would put out a statement at some point. The Herald has learned police are investigating if the hotel room where the woman was killed was the scene of a party, a report that had one city councilor seeking answers. Quote, I have reached out to the City of Boston Licensing Board to work with hotels so we can provide security, but also enforce physical distancing, Councilor Ed Flynn said. Social and physical distancing needs to be part of that, end quote. Flynn has long called out impromptu parties in private homes during the pandemic while bars are closed in Boston. The BPD, even before coronavirus, began operating a, quote, party line, end quote. People can call to drop a dime on overexuberant gatherings. Both cases, they were talking about another case. This case remains open and police are asking for the public's help. This is another photo of outside the hotel, the Hyatt Regency in downtown Boston. But this is also another article as well. Suffolk County prosecutor said the victim in the case was 17, though didn't identify her. Police are asking anyone with information on the shooting to call homicide detectives at 617-343-4470. Anonymous tips can be made by calling the Crime Stoppers tip line at 1-800-494-TIPS or by texting the word tip to crime. I found this in another article. It just says the Hyatt Regency Boston said Hyatt Regency Boston said the hotel is, quote, fully cooperating, end quote, with police in the investigation. The safety and security of our guests and colleagues is always a top priority, Greg Nomura, general manager of the Hyatt Regency Boston, said in a statement to WBZ-TV. Our thoughts go out to those who have been affected. I can't find any more on this case. I can't even find her name, any of that. I know she's a juvenile. The DA also is quoted in this article as saying, "We will not rest until we know how this teenage girl was fatally wounded." It says, after reviewing surveillance videos, prosecutors tracked down 20-year-old Messiah Leggett, who had left the hotel. Officers found a gun where Leggett and two juveniles were stopped by police. Leggett admitted to police he had the gun inside the hotel room where the girl was found. This is the actual police statement from their website. Death investigation in the area of 1 Avenue de Lafayette in Boston. 11:26 p.m. on Thursday, February 4th. Officers assigned to District A1 downtown responded to a radio call for a person shot inside of 1 Avenue de Lafayette in Boston. Upon arrival, officers located a female victim suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Boston EMS arrived on scene and pronounced the victim deceased. The Boston Police Department is actively reviewing the facts and circumstances surrounding this incident and is asking anyone with information relative to this investigation to contact BPD detectives at 617-343-4470. Goes on to say you can also text tip to crime. But that's about all it says. I'm going to see if there are any more developments in this case. Thanks for watching, guys. You have a good night.